Hello and welcome, everybody. So, as we go about our daily lives, we notice things. It could be the energy that we're getting from a certain situation or event that happened in life, or it could be just noticing things around the planet. Most of this stuff we don't think twice about, like how the clouds are passing by in the sky, or where the stars are sitting, or how close the sun is to the earth, and but what we do notice is the things that affect us. That, say, a circumstance happens, and why did this person say what they said about me? It's we're looking for an answer. We want a reason why. And the basic simple answer is basically, every experience they ever had in life led them to say what they said. But really what we want to say is, I want them to say everything I need them to say to make me feel better about what just happened. And that's all based on what's inside us. So, the bigger thing to look at here is who is the one that noticed this happen. The awareness is what I'm always getting at here. The awareness. So we're aware that this event just happened and gave us a certain feeling. See, that puts us more in a witness conscience in a state. So in other words, we're aware that we're aware. And that, my friends, is very noble, because now we can respond and do the correct thing, which is, to let the event pass through us. In other words, like we felt the energy. It's almost like a rock went in the water, but the little riplets and the waves are going to go away as long as we don't entangle with that energy. And by entangling in it is, well, why, what, when, where, how, and all that, is just feeding the energy further and further. Some of the mystics would talk about how the ancient teachers would come in and they would go, the grass is green, the sky is blue, and roses are red. And then they would just walk out of the room and come back an hour later and say the same thing. Grass is green, sky is blue, roses are red. Basically, and what this is really trying to get us to notice is that things are just what they are in life. People do what they do. Whether we think it's good, bad, or indifferent, it just is, and the more we can accept this and let it pass through, the more we can have the feelings of Shakti and the natural spirit that flows through us on the way to bliss. Over time, of course, working with yourself, and before too long, you be able to sit there breathless, literally just consumed in ecstasy. I mean, just think about it, and let it all pass through. I love y'all. See you on the next one.